गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपित्तजम्बूफलचारुभक्षणम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम्। सरस्वती महाभागे विद्ये कमललोचने विद्यारूपे विशालाक्षि विद्यां देहि नमोऽस्तु ते। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीमष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्बा त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः। प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः। पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथासम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयात् भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसि नः श्रेयसे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। गीताशास्त्रमिदं पुण्यं यः पठेत् प्रयतः पुमान् विष्णोः पदमवाप्नोति भयशोकविवर्जितः। गीताध्ययनशीलस्य प्राणायामपरस्य च नैव सन्ति हि पापानि पूर्वजन्मकृतानि च। मलनिर्मोचनं पुंसां जलस्नानं दिने दिने सकृद्गीताम्भसि स्नानं संसारमलनाशनम्। गीतासु गीता कर्तव्या किमन्यैः शास्त्रविस्तरैः या स्वयं पद्मनाभस्य मुखपद्माद्विनिसृता। भारतामृतसर्वस्वं विष्णोर्वक्त्राद्विनिसृतं गीता गङ्गोदकं पीत्वा पुनर्जन्म न विद्यते। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। एकं शास्त्रं देवकीपुत्रगीतमेको देवो देवकीपुत्र एव। एको मन्त्रस्तस्य नामानि यानि कर्माप्येकं तस्य देवस्य सेवा। शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः यत्र योगेश्वरः कृष्णो यत्र पार्थो धनुर्धरः तत्र श्रीर्विजयो भूतिः ध्रुवानीतिर्मतिर्मम यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं च यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देवनारायण नमोऽस्तु ते कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि महापापादिपापानि गीताध्ययनं करोति चेत् क्वचित् स्पर्शं न कुर्वन्ति नलिनीदलम् अम्बुवत् गीतायाः पुस्तकं यत्र यत्र पाठः प्रवर्तते तत्र सर्वाणि तीर्थानि प्रयागादीनि तत्र वै यत्र गीताविचारश्च पठनं पाठनं श्रुतं तत्र अहं निश्चितं पृथ्वीं निवसामि सदैव हि चिदानन्देन कृष्णेन प्रोक्ता स्वमुखतोऽर्जुन वेदत्रयी परानन्दा तत्त्वार्थज्ञानसंयुता अष्टादश जपेन्नित्यं नरो निश्चलमानसः ज्ञानसिद्धिं स लभते ततो याति परं पदम् गीतार्थं ध्यायते नित्यं कृत्वा कर्माणि भूरिशः जीवन्मुक्तः स विज्ञेयो देहान्ते परमं पदम् मन्दारगन्धसंयुक्तं चारुहासं चतुर्भुजं बर्हि पिच्छावचूडाङ्गं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं रुक्मिणीकेलिसंयुक्तं पीताम्बरसुशोभितम् अवाप्ततुलसीगन्धं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् उत्फुल्लपद्मपत्राक्षं नीलजीमूतसन्निभं यादवानां शिरोरत्नं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् अस्तु So we have to start the 28th shloka of the third adhyaya on page number 179. So Alivelu Bhagini.
आं भगिनि नमस्कारः तत्त्ववित्तु महाबाहो गुणकर्म विभागयोः गुणागुणेषु वर्तन्त इति मत्वा न सज्जते तत्त्ववित्तु
क्षमातं भगिनी श्लोक नंबर
28 of the third chapter, page number 179.
धन्यवाद भगिनी
तत्त्ववित् तु महाबाहो गुणकर्म विभागयोः गुणाः गुणेषु वर्तन्त इति मत्वा न सज्जते तत्त्ववित् तकारान्त नपुंसकलिंग प्रथमा एकवचनं तु अव्ययम्
तत्त्वविद् पुंलिङ्गम् एव
पुंलिङ्गमेव तु अव्ययं महाबाहो अकारान्त पुंलिङ्ग संबोधना एकवचनं गुणकर्म विभागयोः
ఏహంతమన్నారు
महाबाहुः उकारान्तं क्षम्यताम् आकारान्तं చెప్పా महाबाहु उकारान्तं गुणकर्म विभागयोः विभागः अकारान्त पुंलिङ्गं षष्ठी द्विवचनं गुणाः अकारान्त पुंलिङ्ग प्रथमा बहुवचनं गुणेषु अकारान्त पुंलिंग षष्ठी बहुवचनं वर्तन्त
सप्तमी बहुवचनं
सप्तमी बहुवचनं वर्तन्ते वर्तन्ते लट्लकारं वृत्त धातु लट्लकारं बहुवचनं उत्तम मध्यम प्रथम पुरुष बहुवचनं वर्तन्ते इति अव्ययं मत्वा स्वान्तं मत् धातु मन् धातुः स्वान्तं न सज्जते आत्मनेपदी सज्ज धातु प्रथम पुरुष एकवचनं पदार्थः
అదే సంజ్ఞ అని వస్తుంది కదా
అదే సంజ్ఞ అని వస్తుంది ధాతువు
కర్తరి లట్లకారం ప్రథమ పురుష ఏకవచనం
అదే ఆత్మనేపది లట్లకారం ప్రథమ పురుష ఏకవచనం పదార్థः మహాబాహో అర్జున గుణకర్మ విభాగయోః చక్షురాదీనాం ఇంద్రియాణాం దర్శనాదీనాం చ క్రియాణాం విభాగయోః తత్వవిత్ తు యథా తథ్యేన జ్ఞాతా పునః గుణాః చక్షురాదీని ఇంద్రియాణి బుద్ధిః మనశ్చ గుణేషు రూపశబ్దాదిషు వర్తంతే విద్యంతే ఇతి మత్వా ఇతి జ్ఞాత్వా న సజ్జతే ఆత్మాసక్తో న భవతి అన్వయః మహాబాహో గుణకర్మ విభాగయోః తత్వవిత్ తు గుణాః గుణేషు వర్తంతే ఇతి మత్వా న సజ్జతే ఆకాంక్ష న సజ్జతే కః పునః న సజ్జతే తత్వవిత్ తు న సజ్జతే కయోః తత్వవిత్ తు న సజ్జతే గుణకర్మ విభాగయోః తత్వవిత్ తు న సజ్జతే గుణకర్మ విభాగయోః తత్వవిత్ కిం కృత్వా న సజ్జతే గుణకర్మ విభాగయోః తత్వవిత్ ఇతి మత్వా న సజ్జతే గుణకర్మ విభాగయోః తత్వవిత్ కిం ఇతి మత్వా న సజ్జతే గుణకర్మ విభాగయోః తత్వవిత్ వర్తంతే ఇతి మత్వా న సజ్జతే గుణకర్మ విభాగయోః తత్వవిత్ కే వర్తంతే ఇతి మత్వా న సజ్జతే గుణకర్మ విభాగయోః తత్వవిత్ గుణాః వర్తంతే ఇతి మత్వా న సజ్జతే గుణకర్మ విభాగయోః తత్వవిత్ గుణాః కేషు వర్తంతే ఇతి మత్వా న సజ్జతే గుణకర్మ విభాగయోః తత్వవిత్ గుణాః గుణేషు వర్తంతే ఇతి మత్వా న సజ్జతే అస్మిన్ శ్లోకే సంబోధన పదం కిం మహాబాహో తాత్పర్యం హే మహాబాహో చక్షుః శ్రోత్రాదీని జ్ఞానేంద్రియాణి వాక్యాని ప్రభృతీని కర్మేంద్రియాణి బుద్ధిః మనశ్చ ప్రకృతిజాన్యాని ఇతి గుణాః ఇత్యుచ్యంతే తాని చ క్రమేణ దర్శన శ్రవణాదౌ వచన స్వీకారాదౌ అహంకారేణ సంకల్పేన చ ప్రవర్తంతే న కదాపి ఆత్మా ఏతేషు కర్మసు వ్యాప్రియతే నిష్క్రియత్వాత్ ఏవం గుణాః కే తేషాం చ క్రియాః కాః ఇతి జ్ఞాత్వా అయం ఆత్మా తేభ్యః భిద్యతే ఇతి యః వస్తుస్థితిం విజానాతి సహ కదాపి రూపశబ్దాదీనాం దర్శన శ్రవణాదౌ న మమతాం ప్రాప్నోతి వ్యాకరణం సంధిః గుణా గుణేషు గుణాః ప్లస్ గుణేషు విసర్గ సంధిః లోపః వర్తంతే ఇతి యాంతావాంతదేశ సంధిః యలోపః సమాసః గుణకర్మ విభాగయోః గుణః చ కర్మ చ గుణకర్మణి ద్వంద్వ సమాసం గుణకర్మణోః విభాగः తయోః షష్ఠీ తత్పురుషः తత్వవిత్ తత్వం వేత్తి ఇతి తత్వవిత్ కర్తరి విప్ ఉపపద సమాసశ్చ కృదంతః మత్వా మన్ త్వాంతం
అస్తు భగిని సో అత్ర క్రియాపదం కిం సజ్జతే వర్తంతే ద్వౌ సజ్జతే ఇది క్రియాపదస్య కర్తృపదం కిం కః సజ్జతే
సహ సజ్జతే
తత్వవిత్ సజ్జతే సో తత్వవిత్ కర్తృపదం అనంతరం కిం కృత్వా సజ్జతే
इति मत्वा सज्जते.
मत्वा सज्जते. अस्तु. सो तत्त्ववित् कयोः तत्त्ववित्?
गुणकर्मविभागयोः तत्त्ववित्.
So gunakarma vibhagayoho will be shashti sambandha to tattvavit. Gunakarma vibhagayoho tattvavit. Tattvavit is a knowledgeable person in the tattva shastra. And what is that tattva shastra? Gunakarma vibhagayoho. He who knows the relation between the trigunas and the karmas. So he who knows or acquires that kind of knowledge is called tattvavit. So gunakarma vibhagayoho tattvavit matva na sajjate. Kim matva? Gunaha guneshu vartante iti matva. So gunaha guneshu vartante. So what does that mean? So in the last class also we discussed all the prakriti is made out of the trigunas. Similarly, everything that is the materialistic aspect of the prakriti, of the nature of this world, is made out of the trigunas. That we have to know. So gunaha guneshu vartante. So whatever we are seeing, whatever we are doing, if we are looking at an object, that object is made out of the trigunas. The netram that we are looking with is also made out of the trigunas, and that knowledge that we gain, oh okay, this object is a rose or this object is a tree, like that, whatever knowledge we are gaining out of it also is because of the association between the trigunas of the netram and the object. This kind of knowledge, if one has, then they will not be attached. Na sajjate means they will not be attached. So gunaha guneshu vartante. So all these gunas are within the gunas only. So whatever we are seeing or whatever we are acquiring, the happiness that we are acquiring, the karma, through the karmas that we do, either by seeing or eating or listening or talking, whatever happiness that we derive, we get attached to it because we are thinking we are the ones that is doing, but it is not we, it is the shariram that is doing. And what is this shariram? It is made out of the trigunas. So it is the triguna aspect of the sharira that is in getting in touch with the whatever objects or things that are being done. So that is the karmas that are being done. So whatever karmas are being done is also nothing but association between the trigunas of one object with the trigunas of the other object. So that if we know, knowing that iti matva gunakarma vibhagayoho tattvavit na sajjate. So once we know that, then that tattvavit will not get attached to the kriyas that he does. If we do not realize that, if we think I am only doing this, I am only acquiring this, and if he confuses the atma with the sharira, thinking that both the atma and the sharira are one and the same, then this attachment will be there. But once we realize that Atma is different, it can never be touched with the Trigunas. It is not made out of Trigunas. It is Nityam. It is not born. It has no birth or death. Once we realize that, then we realize it is the Sharira that is doing these karyas or the karmas. So once we know that, then there is no attachment. That is the meaning here. So gunaha guneshu vartante iti matva. Here we can take this iti as the vakya karma. Gunaha guneshu vartante, that will be the vakya karma of matva. Iti matva. Iti is the connecting point between the vakya karma and the word matva. Matva is a kthvanta. It can also have all the karaka relations, the karma, the karma padam. But here the karma is a sentence. So we call it vakya karma. So na sajjate. That is the visleshana here. So here we have sandhi, guna guneshu. So gunaha guneshu visargalopa vartante iti yanta vanta desha sandhi. And gunakarma vibhagayoho. Gunaha cha karma cha. Gunakarmani dvandva. So here karma is the second uttarapadam. So the gunakarmani. It will follow the napumsakalinga dvivachana shabdam. Gunakarmanoho vibhagaha tayoho. This is Shashti Tatpurusha. Gunakarmanoho vibhaga. The vibhaga of the guna and karma. Vibhaga means the kind of relation. How the gunas and the karmas are related. Tattvam veti iti tattvavit. Kartari upapada samasascha. So here, whenever in the samasa word we get a kriya padam, we have to realize that or recognize it as a upapada samasa. So tattvam veti iti tattvavit. Like kumbham karoti, kumbhakaraha, like that. In that sense only it will come. But the structure of the word will change a little from one word to another. This is a takaranta shabda, so tattvavit we get. Upapada samasa. And matva is the kthvanta. So any questions in this shloka? Okay. No chet Surya Bhagini patitum ichchati va? కొంచెం గట్టిగా చదవాలి భగిని. దగ్గరగా రండి మీరు ఆ మైక్ కి మీ సిస్టమ్ మీద.
ప్రకృతేర్గుణ సమ్మూఢాః సజ్జంతే గుణకర్మసు
తానకృత్స్న విదో మందాన్ కృత్స్న విన్న విచాలయేత్.
ప్రకృతేః గుణ సమ్మూఢాః సజ్జంతే గుణకర్మసు తాన్
అకృత్స్న విదః.
ఇది కనిపించట్లేదు సరిగ్గాను, కొంచెం ప్రాబ్లం. తాన్ అకృత్స్న విదః మందాం
కృత్స్నవిత్ న పదవి భాగంలో కృత్స్నవిత్ న
విచాలయేత్.
పదపరిచయ.
ప్రకృతేః ఉపసర్గ సహిత
ప్రకృతి ఇకారాంత స్త్రీలింగ శబ్దం, షష్ఠి ఏకవచనం.
షష్ఠి ఏకవచనం. గుణకర్మ ఇది గుణ సమ్మూఢాః ఒకటే అవుతుంది కదా.
సమాస పదం. సో గుణ సమ్మూఢాః.
ప్రథమా విభక్తి బహువచనం.
అకారాంత పుంలింగ ప్రథమా విభక్తి బహువచనం.
సజ్జంతే సజ్జధాతువు లట్లకారం
ప్రథమ పురుష బహువచనం ఆత్మనేపది.
గుణకర్మసు ఇది కూడా సమాసం అవుతుంది.
గుణకర్మసు సమాస పదం.
కర్మసు సప్తమే బహువచనం.
సప్తమి బహువచనం. గుణకర్మన్ నకారాంత నపుంసకలింగ శబ్దం.
గుణకర్మన్ శబ్దం. తాన్ దకారాంత బహువచనం. ప్రథమా విభక్తి బహువచనం.
తద్ శబ్దస్య ద్వితీయా విభక్తి బహువచనం.
విభక్తి బహువచనం
పుంలింగం. అకృత్స్నవిదః అది సమాస పదం. అగైన్ అకృత్స్నవిదః ఇస్ అ సమాస పదం. సో అకృత్స్నవిద్. సో దకారాంత పుంలింగ ద్వితీయా విభక్తి బహువచనం.
మందాం అంటే అదే బుద్ధిలోకి ఇచ్చిన వాళ్ళు అన్నట్టు వస్తుంది కదా.
అవును.
అంటే ఇది
అకారాంత పుంలింగ ద్వితీయా విభక్తి బహువచనం. కృత్స్నవిత్.
కృష్ణవిత్ అంటే పూర్తిగానే కదా. ఇది పూర్తిగా కృష్ణవిత్ మొత్తం తెలుసున్న వాళ్ళు అన్నట్టు కదా, ఇది తెలియని వాళ్ళని వస్తుంది మందాన్ కృష్ణవిత్.
ఆహా,
పూర్తిగా
ఇవన్నీ ఇప్పుడు ఇంకా అన్వయంలో లేవు. మీరు మందాన్ని కృత్స్నవిత్ కలిపి అనుకోవద్దు. జస్ట్ కృత్స్నవిత్ పద పరిచయం చేయండి, మనం తర్వాత అన్వయం చూద్దాం.
కృష్ణవిత్ ప్రథమ విభక్తి ఏకవచనం.
ఆ,
నా అవ్యయం. విచాలయేత్ విచాలయేత్ ప్రథమ
ప్రథమ పురుష ఏకవచనం. విధిలిన్ కింటు విధిలిన్ లకారం విచాలయేత్. సో నిచ్ ప్రత్యయమపి అస్తి. సో నిజంత నిజంత విధిలిన్ లకార ప్రథమ పురుష ఏకవచనం.
పదార్థః ప్రకృతేః త్రిగుణాత్మికాయాః మాయాయాః గుణసమ్మూఢాః సత్వాది గుణైః ప్రకృతి భాగమపి ఆత్మత్వేన పరికల్పయంతః గుణకర్మసు చక్షురాదీంద్రియాణం దర్శనాదిషు క్రియాసు సజ్జంతే అసక్తాః భవంతి. అకృష్ణవిదః అజ్ఞానినః మందాన్ మూఢాన్ తాన్ తాదృశాన్ కృష్ణవిత్ జ్ఞాని న విచాలయేత్ న భ్రామయేత్. అన్వయః ప్రకృతేః గుణసమ్మూఢాః గుణకర్మసు సజ్జంతే. కృష్ణవిదః మందాన్ తాన్ కృష్ణవిత్ న విచాలయేత్. ఆకాంక్ష సజ్జంతే. కే సజ్జంతే? గుణసమ్మూఢాః సజ్జంతే. కస్యాః గుణసమ్మూఢాః సజ్జంతే? ప్రకృతేః గుణసమ్మూఢాః సజ్జంతే. ప్రకృతేః గుణసమ్మూఢాః కుత్ర సజ్జంతే? ప్రకృతేః గుణసమ్మూఢాః గుణకర్మసు సజ్జంతే. ప్రకృతేః గుణసమ్మూఢాః గుణకర్మసు సజ్జంతే. తాన్ కిం కుర్యాత్? ప్రకృతేః గుణసమ్మూఢాః గుణకర్మసు సజ్జంతే. తాన్ న విచాలయేత్. ప్రకృతేః గుణసమ్మూఢాః గుణకర్మసు సజ్జంతే. తాన్ కః న విచాలయేత్. ప్రకృతేః గుణసమ్మూఢాః గుణకర్మసు సజ్జంతే. తాన్ కృష్ణవిత్ న విచాలయేత్. ప్రకృతేః గుణసమ్మూఢాః గుణకర్మసు సజ్జంతే. కీదృశాన్ తాన్ కృష్ణవిత్ న విచాలయేత్. ప్రకృతేః గుణసమ్మూఢాః గుణకర్మసు సజ్జంతే. మందాన్ తాన్ కృష్ణవిత్ న విచాలయేత్. ప్రకృతేః గుణసమ్మూఢాః గుణకర్మసు సజ్జంతే. పునశ్చ కీదృశాన్ మందాన్ తాన్ కృష్ణవిత్ న విచాలయేత్. ప్రకృతేః గుణసమ్మూఢాః గుణకర్మసు సజ్జంతే. అకృష్ణవిదః మందాన్ తాన్ కృష్ణవిత్ న విచాలయేత్. తాత్పర్యం. ప్రకృతేః గుణైః సత్వాదిభిః తద్భాగభూతం ద్వయం ఇదం ఇంద్రియాదికమపి ఆత్మత్వేన పరికల్ప్య తేషాం ఇంద్రియాదీనాం దర్శనశ్రవణాదౌ క్రియాయాం ప్రవర్తంతే. వస్తుతస్తు తే మూఢాః తథాపి తథా ప్రవృత్తాన్ తాన్ జ్ఞానీ న కదాపి క్రియాతః విచాలయేత్. ప్రకృతేర్గుణసమ్మూఢాః ప్రకృతేః గుణసమ్మూఢాః రేపః కృష్ణభిన్నః పరసవర్ణసంధిః సమాసః గుణసమ్మూఢాః గుణైః సమ్మూఢాః తృతీయాచతుర్థः. గుణకర్మసు గుణానాం కర్మాణి చేష్టः. కృష్ణవిత్ కృష్ణం వేత్తి ఇది కృష్ణవిత్. అపరిచిత్ ఉపపద సమాసశ్చ నా కృష్ణవిత్ నైకృష్ణः. కృదంతః ప్రకృతిః దృశ్యతాం. సమ్మూఢాః సం ప్లస్ ముహ్ తః కర్తరి.
So what are the kriya padani here?
సజ్జంతే
ద్వితీయం న విచాలయేత్.
विचालयेत्
प्रथमं सज्जन्ते द्वितीयं न विचालयेत् सो सज्जन्ते अत्र कर्तृपदं किम्
प्रकृतेः गुणसम्मूढाः गुणकर्मसु
गुणसम्मूढाः इति कर्तृपदम् गुणसम्मूढाः इति कर्तृपदं प्रकृतेः गुणसम्मूढाः केषां गुणसम्मूढाः प्रकृतेः गुणसम्मूढाः इति सो कुत्र सज्जन्ते
गुणकर्मसु
गुणकर्मसु सज्जन्ते means what does this sentence mean prakriteh gunasammoodaah means those who like satvadi gunaihi prakriti bhagamapi atmatvena parikalpyantah so like I said earlier who confuse the atma with the body which is made out of the three gunas thinking that I only am doing these karmas all these karmas are done by the body and body is made out of the three gunas and atma has nothing to do with the three gunas but people who are not knowledgeable or who do not understand that they look at it as that they themselves are doing these karmas so nene chesanu this ahankaram will be there I only have achieved this I only have done this not only in the positive way in the negative way also like if anything goes wrong oh this has happened because of me only whatever mistake or whatever thing of course that is also there but that we have to understand the difference between the two but for now gunasammoodaha means he who confuses the atma with the body which is made out of the trigunas and the karmas that the body does which are also trigunatmaka okay the karmas that we do every karma that we do is based is with the help of the trigunas only without the trigunas any karma cannot be done so but confusing that such people are known as sammoodaha means they are mixing it up they are joining the gunas with the atma such people are known as gunasammoodaha so, and Prakritehe Gunasammodhaha, because the Prakriti is also made out of the Trigunas. But that is all Maya. This whole Prakriti is Maya, is what the Tattvam says. That is not Nityam. So, Prakritehe Gunasammodhaha, who think that this is everything, such kind of people, because of the Maya presented by the Prakriti. The Maya Cheta, Prakriti, the Maya created by the Prakriti, and the people who think that that is everything. Such people are called Gunasammodhaha. Gunakarmasu sajjante. So in the gunas or in the karmas that they do, which are again the result of the gunas, trigunas. Every karma that we do is because of the trigunas. So they think that they get attached in the karmas that they do. Gunakarmasu sajjante. In those kriyas. They get attached to the kriyas that they do. That is the first part of the sentence. Then, na vichalayet. Kaha na vichalayet? Atra kartrapadam kim? Kritsnavit. Kritsnavit na vichalayet. Kritsnavit. Kritsna means complete. So he who has a complete knowledge is called Kritsnavit. So who has the knowledge of this tattvam, tattvajnani, such kind of person should not disturb, na vichalayet. Whom should he not disturb? Mandan. Mandan na vichalayet. He should not disturb the mandan. And who is this mandan? Akritsnavidaha mandan. Akritsnavidaha. So he who doesn't have the complete knowledge of the tattvajnanam. Such people are also referred to as mandan because they are unable to understand the tattvajnanam. Such people, a kritsnavit, should not disturb. Why? Because they are not there completely. They are unable to understand the knowledge of the tattvam. So they are thinking, right now they are thinking everything that they do, they are only doing. So aham eva karomi. So that aham is still there. I am only doing this. So they don't realize the difference between the Atma and the Trigunatmika Shariram. and that the Trigunatmaka Shariram is the one that is doing the karmas. They don't realize this. So they are still thinking that they are only doing and they are enjoying. They are also enjoying. If they do something and something, beneficial happens, okay, I am the reason of this benefit, benefit that I have received. I only have done this. They are still enjoying in that. They are still doing satkaryas. It is not that they are doing asatkaryas. They are doing satkaryams only, but they are thinking that they are only doing and enjoying it completely. So say, for example, there are many people who do good deeds, but they take pride in doing that. They feel happy that they are able to do that, thinking that they are the ones that are doing everything. They are unable to distinguish between the Atma and the karmas and the Shariram that is doing these karmas. So they are feeling good about it. So such people we should not disturb. Let them do. Slowly, slowly we should explain how the Sharira and the Atma is different and whatever they are doing. Because see, the reason why we have to realize that the Atma and the Sharira are different and it is the Sharira that is doing the karmas and not the Atma, why this differentiation should be understood is to get the detachment from the karmas, because we are asked to do the karmas with detachment. How can one do karmas with detachment? Once we know that it is the Trigunatmika Sharira that is doing these karmas, and I am the Atma, and this Sharira, today it will be there, tomorrow it will not be there. So whatever karmas it is doing, if I get attached to it, it is not correct. Like you will be attached and then that path will not be there. Because of that attachment to the karmas that we do, once the body falls, we will again take birth. Because of that attachment, it will pull you back into that cycle. But once we learn to be detached to the karmas that we do, then that once the body falls, the Atma will not be pulled back into this world, into this birth and death cycle. It will move forward in the moksha path. So, to understand that, to be able to do that, we have to understand how the Atma and the Sharira are different, and the karmas done by the Sharira are also done only by the Sharira. Atma has nothing to do with it. Once we understand that, it will become easy for us to be detached with the karmas. Because once we get attached to the karmas, there will be expectation. Once we have expectation, there will be, all sorts of emotions. And once we have all those emotions, that peace is gone and everything is disrupted. So, but right now, there are people who are completely attached with the karmas they do. They are so much deep in that attachment. So suddenly, if we try to pull them out, if we say, you are not the one who is doing these karmas, it is the Sharira, you are Atma. If we explain all this to them when they are not ready to understand it, there is a possibility of them falling out of path. They will stop doing the satkarmas that they are doing, but they don't understand where to go from there, because they are not ready for that detachment yet. So that is why kritsnavit na vichalayet, kan na vichalayet, akritsnavidaha mandan na vichalayet. So we should not disturb. Slowly, slowly, there will be a time when they will also come to understand that the Sharira and the Atma are different. Only at that point, Kritsnavit should explain to them how to do the karmas without attachment. Until then, we should not disturb them, because if we disturb, there is a possibility for them to get confused and fall out of path. They will not be able to do that as well as this. So we should not disturb them. That is the meaning of the shloka here. And the sandhis we have the Visarga Refa Sandhi and Parasavarna Sandhi, and the Samasa Gunaihi Sammodhaha Trutiya Tatpurushaha. So he's by the gunas, joined by the gunas, Sammodhaha, because of the attachment that he has with the Trigunatmika gunas and the karmas done by that, he has become Modaha. Gunakarmasu, Gunanam Karmani, Teshu. Okay. Gunanam Karmani. It is Shashti Tatpurusha. The word itself is in Saptami Vibhakti. Teshu. Akritsnavit. Kritsnam Vetti iti Kritsnavit. So again, Upapada Samasa. Na kritsnavit nai tatpurusha. So here the akara is coming from the nai tatpurusha. The kritsnavit is the word, is also a Upapada Samasa, and to that we are adding akara. Na kritsnavit. He who is not a kritsnavit is a kritsnavit. And then in the kridantas we have prakritihi, and then sammodhaha. Muh dhatoho ktha pratyayam. Okay. Any questions?
కృష్ణం అంటే పూర్తిగా అని వస్తుంది అర్థం.
Kritsnam means completely.
కంప్లీట్ గా తెలియని వాళ్ళు అని వస్తుంది ఇక్కడ కూడా.
Akritsnavit ante who do not know completely means midimidi jnanam. They know, they are halfway. They don't know complete. If they don't know at all anything, it will be easy to tell them. You know, from the beginning we can tell how the Atma and the Sharira are different. Here we have to take Akritsnavit as who do not have the complete knowledge. Kani ento konta, they have some knowledge. So it will be difficult. It will be even more difficult to tell such people any kind of thing, because they know some things from here and there. So they have some beliefs. So bringing them out of that belief and telling them something different, again, it will be difficult. We see such people all the time, right? They hear to so many different gurus. So every or different, how do you say, matalu. There will be so many. Even in darshanas also, we have so many darshanani. Why? Because not all people will be able to think in the same way. There are different matams. How people think is different, and there is nothing wrong with it. But that is the reason why we have darshanani, different darshanani, right? Sankhya darshanam, Purva Mimamsa, Uttara Mimamsa, Nyaya darshanam. All these, the reason why we have so many darshanani, why? Because the ultimate goal of all of these Tattva Shastras is to attain moksha only. But these are all the different paths, because not everybody thinks alike. Their way of thinking from a group of people to another group of people might be a little different, which is fine, which is totally acceptable. But whichever path you choose, you have to go in that path all the way. After going to some extent in one path, then shifting path, then going here, there, finally you will end up totally confused. So whatever we are comfortable with, you just follow that path. Here and there, picking up a few things is okay. So Akritsnavit are the kind of people who pick up things from everywhere. So they are not completely knowledgeable. They are not completely ignorant. So it will be very difficult to guide them also. So in some kind of thought process, they are stuck in whatever they are doing. So such people, they have some belief. They are following some belief and doing things. So we should not pull them out suddenly. We have to slowly guide them onto the right path. So that is what how we have to take the meaning here. So they are not completely ignorant. If people are completely ignorant, it is much easier to guide them into the right path. These people know a little bit of this and that, so they will be following this, they will be following that. So finally, what happens is it will be difficult because they have so fixed ideas about certain things that they picked up here and there. It will be difficult to guide them because they are fighting with their own inner thoughts. Okay, I heard this in that particular pravachanam. So what is that? What is this? So their mind will be struggling to understand everything. So we should not disturb such people. Slowly, whenever they are ready, they will only come to that point where they will look for some help. At that point of time, we can guide them. Whenever we find people asking questions themselves, so what is this? What is that? Then it is the right time we can explain it to them, because all that thought process has already gone through their minds and they are ready to accept anything new that is told or taught. So then it is fine. But if they are fixated in some kind of religion, by religion I mean thought process. If they are already fixated in some kind of thought process, then it will be difficult to pull them out, and we should not pull them out because they'll end up confused. So let them go. If they are strongly believers of something, let them go in that path. Whenever they are ready, then only they will come. But our duty is we have to follow what is the right thing. And just by following and practicing what we believe in, we can influence other people. So they will start thinking, okay, this person is doing this. From the beginning, he has always been practicing the same thing. And they will also see the progress that that person who is following the right path, the progress that they are making also they will see. They will be observing. So then they will understand, okay, then there is something there that I'm missing. Okay, whatever I am doing, it is not taking me anywhere. I am stuck here. I'm always here. I am enjoying what I'm doing, but I'm stuck here. I want to move forward. That kind of realization should come to them. Then automatically they will observe people around them who are doing what kind of path they are following. Everything they will be observing, and they will come and ask. They themselves will come and ask, seek help, and that is when the Kritsnavit should explain to them what is the right thing to do, how to understand things, and how to move forward in the spiritual path. Until then, that Akritsnavit should not be disturbed. So the Kritsnavit should continue following the right path without forcing anybody into that path. They should continue their path. Eventually, the others will come and join. Okay. So next shloka. Any other questions in this shloka? Anyone? Ramurti Mahodaya, patitum ichchati va?
आं भगिनि मयि सर्वाणि कर्माणि सन्न्यस्य आध्यात्मचेतसा निराशी निर्ममो भूत्वा युध्यस्व विगतज्वरः। पदविभागः मयि सर्वाणि कर्माणि सन्न्यस्य आध्यात्मचेतसा निराशीः निर्ममो भूत्वा निराशीः निर्ममः भूत्वा युध्यस्व विगतज्वरः। पदपरिचयः मयि अस्मत् शब्दं षष्ठी विभक्ति
सप्तमी
एकवचनं सप्तमी विभक्ति एकवचनं। सर्वाणि सर्वशब्दं अकारान्त नपुंसकलिङ्गं बहुवचनम एकवचनम बहुवचनम प्रथमा विभक्ति।
Linga Shabdas always do not rate whether it is Prathama Vibhakti or Dvitiya Vibhakti until we did the analysis of the shloka, because sometimes it can be Dvitiya Vibhakti. Depending on how it is used, we have to decide.
Right. Karmani, karma shabdam napumsakalingam. Karman shabdam napumsakalingam bahuvachanam. Sanyasya, I think it's 11th.
As dhatoho lyabantam. Some and are the upasargas.
Some is the upasarga. Nyasya, this is dhatu. Ni dhatu, na?
Ni dhatu kadu. Ni also is upasarga. Some, ni, as.
Some, ni, as. Okay, okay.
Some and ni are the upasargas. As is the dhatu.
Okay, okay. 11th. Adhyatma chetasa. Adhyatma chetasaha. It's a bahuvachanam. Adhyatma chetasaha.
It is not chetasaha. It is chetasa only. It is chetas. Sakaranta napumsakalinga. Trutiya vibhakti vachana.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Nirashihi. Ekarantam.
Here so is ashis sakaranta strilinga shabdam.
Sakaranta strilinga shabdam. Okay, okay.
Prathama ekavachanam.
Prathama ekavachanam. Nirmamaha. Mama nirmamaha akaranta shabdam. Akaranta akaranta ekavachanam.
Pumlinga prathama vibhakti ekavachanam.
पुल्लिंग प्रथमाविभक्ति एकवचनम्. ओके, करेक्ट. सारी. भूत्वा प्रान्तं युध्यस्व. ఇది లట్లకారం ప్రథమ పురుష మధ్యమ పురుష ఏకవచనం.
లోట్లకారం.
లోట్లకారం. సారీ. ఓకే. విగత జ్వరః.
It will be C kada.
Yeah, యుధ్యస్వ. ఓకే, లోట్లకారం కరెక్ట్. విగత జ్వరః. This also is ప్రథమ విభక్తి ఏకవచనం. జ్వరః is అకారాంత పుల్లింగం వల్ల. ఓకే. పదార్థः అధ్యాత్మ చేతసా ఆత్మనిష్ట మనసా సర్వాణి నిఖిలాని కర్మాణి కర్తవ్యాని మయి భగవతి సన్యస్య సమర్ప్య నిరాశీః నిష్కామః నిర్మమః మమతాశూన్యః విగతజ్వరః విగతభయః భూత్వా స్థిత్వా యుధ్యస్వ యుద్ధం కురు. అన్వయః ఆధ్యాత్మచేతసా సర్వాణి కర్మాణి మయి సన్యస్య నిరాశీః నిర్మమః విగతజ్వరః భూత్వా యుధ్యస్వ. ఆకాంక్షా పద్ధతి. యుధ్యస్వ క్రియాపదం. క్రిం కృత్వా యుధ్యస్వ భూత్వా యుధ్యస్వ. కీదృశ భూత్వా యుధ్యస్వ నిరాశీః భూత్వా యుధ్యస్వ. పునశ్చ కీదృశో నిరాశీః భూత్వా యుధ్యస్వ నిరాశీః నిర్మమః భూత్వా యుధ్యస్వ. నిరాశీః నిర్మమః పునశ్చ కీదృశో భూత్వా యుధ్యస్వ నిరాశీః నిర్మమః విగతజ్వరః భూత్వా యుధ్యస్వ. కిం కృత్వా నిరాశీః నిర్మమః విగతజ్వరః భూత్వా యుధ్యస్వ సన్యస్య నిరాశీః నిర్మమః విగతజ్వరః భూత్వా యుధ్యస్వ. కస్మిన్ సన్యస్య నిరాశీః నిర్మమః విగతజ్వరః భూత్వా యుధ్యస్వ. మయి సన్యస్య నిరాశీః నిర్మమః విగతజ్వరః భూత్వా యుధ్యస్వ. కాని మయి సన్యస్య నిరాశీః నిర్మమః విగతజ్వరః భూత్వా యుధ్యస్వ. కర్మాణి మయి సన్యస్య నిరాశీః నిర్మమః విగతజ్వరః భూత్వా యుధ్యస్వ. కతి కర్మాణి మయి సన్యస్య నిరాశీః నిర్మమః విగతజ్వరః భూత్వా యుధ్యస్వ. సర్వాణి కర్మాణి మయి సన్యస్య నిరాశీః నిర్మమః విగతజ్వరః భూత్వా యుధ్యస్వ. కేన సర్వాణి కర్మాణి మయి సన్యస్య నిరాశీః నిర్మమః విగతజ్వరః భూత్వా యుధ్యస్వ. అధ్యాత్మచేతసా సర్వాణి కర్మాణి మయి సన్యస్య నిరాశీః నిర్మమః విగతజ్వరః భూత్వా యుధ్యస్వ. తాత్పర్యం. భవాన్ ఆత్మని ఏవ మనః స్థాపయన్ సర్వకర్మాణి భగవతో సమర్ప్య ఆశారహితః మమకారశూన్యః విగతభయశ్చ భూత్వా యుద్ధం కరోతు. వ్యాకరణం. సంధిః సన్యస్యాధ్యాత్మచేతసా సన్యస్య ప్లస్ ఆధ్యాత్మచేతసా సవర్ణదీర్ఘ సంధిః. నిరాశీః నిర్మమః నిరాశీః ప్లస్ నిర్మమః విసర్గ సంధి రేఫః. నిర్మమో భూత్వా నిర్మమః ప్లస్ భూత్వా విసర్గ సంధి సకారః రేఫః రుకారः గుణసంధి. సమాసః. అధ్యాత్మచేతసా ఆత్మని ఇతి అధ్యాత్మం అవ్యయీభావః. అధ్యాత్మం చేతః తేన సప్తమి తత్పురుష. విగతజ్వరః యస్మాత్ సహ బహువ్రీః. నిరాశీః నిర్గతా ఆశీః యస్మాత్ సహ బహువ్రీః. కృదంతః శబ్దः. సన్యస్య సం ప్లస్ ని ప్లస్ అస్ ప్లస్ లబంతం. అస్తు భగిని.
అస్తు. అత్ర క్రియాపదం కిం?
యుధ్యస్వ.
యుధ్యస్వ. కర్తృపదం కిం? సో యుధ్యస్వ మధ్యమ పురుష ఏకవచనం. సో కర్తృపదం కిం భవతి?
త్వం భవాన్ త్వం.
త్వం యుధ్యస్వ.
త్వం యుధ్యస్వ. కరెక్ట్. త్వం
యుధ్యస్వ. కిం భూత్వా యుధ్యస్వ?
నిర్మమః భూత్వా యుధ్యస్వ.
మమః భూత్వా. పునః కిం భూత్వా?
నిరాశీః నిర్మమః భూత్వా యుధ్యస్వ.
పునః కిం భూత్వా?
విగతజ్వరః భూత్వా యుధ్యస్వ.
So nirmamaha, nirashihi and vigatajvaraha bhutva tvam yudhyasva.
Correct.
Punaha kim kritva yudhyasva?
Sanyasya.
Kim sanyasya?
Sarvani karmani.
Sarvani karmani sanyasya. Kasmin sanyasya or kutra sanyasya?
Mayi bhagavati.
Mayi sarvani karmani sanyasya nirmamaha nirashihi vigatajvaraha bhutva
Yuddham
yudhyasva.
karoti.
Kena?
Adhyatma chetasa.
Adhyatma chetasa. So adhyatma chetasa means adhyatma means that thinking, spiritual thinking. With that
Yes.
kind of equipped with that kind of thinking and
Yes.
being detached, nirashihi, without any kind of desire, without any kind of attachment, nirmamaha, and vigatajvaraha. Vigatajvaraha is also
Bhaya.
without any fear. Here it is given as bhayaha, but we can also take it as jvaraha. It can also be taken as a kind of avesha or asakti or asakti, like greed. Manasika, it is a kind of manasika sthiti. Jvaraha is simply here it is given as vigata bhayaha. Bhayam also we can take, but more to it, we can add more to it. Vigata jvaraha, without any kind of emotion, we can say. Or it is a kind of manasika sthiti, like any kind of greed. Like whatever we do, one is just having desire, the other one is having, so which is nirmamaha, without any attachment, without any desire is nirashihi. Vigata jvaraha is some people, like in whatever they do, they want to be at the top. If they are doing something, theirs only has to be the best. If they say something, that only has to be correct. That kind of thing is also there. So it is not only
Without
about
anxiety can be also told, I suppose, madam.
Huh?
Without anxiety, without being anxious of the
without
result.
being anxious and without this kind of behavior also. So in everything they want to show their dominance, like whatever they say only is correct, whatever they do only is the way they do that work only is right. You find such people also, right? You do something,
Yes.
then they will come and say instead of like this you can do like that. That kind of dominant behavior also. It's a kind of attachment only, because they are trying to influence people strongly, though without realizing if it is the right thing to do or not. So to show only their dominance, that is what we have to realize here. So that kind of all such kind of behavior can come under that. So Vigataha Bhutva, becoming all these or having all these qualities and using our Adhyatma Chintana as the tool, and whatever karmas that you do, you do it in my name. Okay, leave it to me.
Yeah.
Think of everything as samarpanam to the Paramatma.
Surrender. Yes.
Complete surrender, whatever we are doing also.
Yes.
So in that way, you go ahead and yudhyasva. Now here yudhyasva, here in this context, because it is Krishna speaking to Arjuna, yudhyasva. But yudhyasva is not just this Kurukshetra war, because this message of Bhagavad Gita is meant to the complete mankind. We have to take yudhyasva as the daily struggles that we undergo. Even every
Yes.
human being goes through some struggles every single day, in his mind,
Indeed.
at his work, in the relations, everywhere. So in all these also, see, many times the ego problems come because we think that I am doing so much, what are you doing? This kind of comparison also comes in workplace, home, everywhere. So if we think whatever we are doing is for, to the Paramatma, and we offer it to the Paramatma, then that kind of thinking will not come. So that is the reason why we have to follow this in whatever work we do, so that that antah sangharshana will not be there. Okay, we will that yuddham with our own thought, with our own mind constantly. will become easy once we follow these three things. Like everything that we do, we are doing Krishnarpanam. We are doing with Adhyatma Chintana as our tool, and then coming Nirmamaha, Nirashihi, and Vigatajvaraha. If we leave all these, then that there is no yuddham anymore, right? That yuddham in our mind will become easy for us to do that complete surrenderness. So we do everything, we perform our actions. Here yuddham means we performing our actions on a daily basis.
Yes.
That will become simple because we are not expecting anything. Everything is for the Paramatma, not for when it comes to see when we have to do something to somebody whom we are not very in a good relationship with. We don't want to do it. We love somebody so much, we don't mind doing. But if we don't like somebody that much, we don't want to do. We are thinking, why should I do? But if you think like we are not doing it for that person, we are doing for Paramatma, then we don't mind doing it to them. So our antargarshana will become easy. We can easily take care of that gharshana going on in our mind. Okay, I'm not doing this for this person, I'm doing it for Paramatma. So you will do with the same devotion, you will do. And automatically that relationship also will get fixed because when we are doing selflessly, automatically that other person also will realize the difference, will also become positive, and that relationship will go forward in a very pleasant way. So if we practice this, that gharshana that goes on in our mind for many things will all subside. So that is the sloka here and how we have to apply in our daily lives. So adhyatma chetasa atmani iti adhyatmam. So this is avyayi bhava. So like adhihari, like that. So atmani, in the atma. Then adhi plus atma, adhyatma. That is how it becomes. Like adhihari. That is the most common example we study when we are studying avyayi bhava. This also is like that. Adhyatmam chetah tena. So this is saptami tatpurusha. So first adhyatma and adhyatma chetasa adhyatmam chetah tena. So saptami tatpurusha. And then chetasa is in tritiya vibhakti. And vigatah jvaraha yasmat saha. So bahuvrihi. So he who is free of that or left out, the jvara. Nirgata ashihi yasmat saha. Bahuvrihi. So from whom the asha has been taken out. And sanyasya is a sam and ni are the upasargas as dhatu lyavanta.
Nirmamaha also will be there in the same samasana.
Yes.
Though it's not listed here. Nirmamaha also will be there in the same bahuvrihi.
Yes. Yes. Nirgata mamaha yasmat saha.
Yes.
In that way we can write. Okay. Then we have next shloka. Who would like to read? Sulochana Bhagini?
Amanya. Patani va? Patani?
Patatu Bhagini.
Astamanya. Eme matamidam nityam anutishtanti manavaha Shraddhavanto na suyantaha muchyante tepi karmabhihi. Padachadaha karniyam. Ye me matam idam nityam anutishtanti manavaha shraddhavantaha anasuyantaha muchyante te api karmabhihi. Padarthaha vamanya padaparichayam api karniyam.
Karotu Bhagini.
ये दकारान्त शब्दः पुल्लिंग बहुवचनं मत्तं नपुंसकलिंगं भवति वा मन्ये अत्र
पुंलिङ्गमेव
पुल्लिङ्गमेव खलु बहुवचने पुल्लिङ्गे मे दकारान्त अस्मत् शब्दः षष्ठी एकवचनं मतम् अकारान्त नपुंसकलिंग शब्दः प्रथम एकवचनं इदं मकारान्त इदं शब्दः नपुंसकलिङ्गं प्रथम एकवचनं नित्यम् अव्ययं भवति खलु मन्ये
नित्यम् अव्ययं नास्ति अकारान्त नपुंसकलिङ्गमेव
अपकारान्त नपुंसकलिङ्गमेव भवति वा अस्तु नित्यम् एवं चेत् रूपाणि नित्यं नित्ये नित्यानि भवन्ति वा अस्तु अनुतिष्ठन्ति अनु उपसर्गः स्थाधातुः प्रथमपुरुष बहुवचनं मानवाः अकारान्त पुल्लिङ्ग शब्दः प्रथम बहुवचनं श्रद्धावन्तः इत्युक्ते तकारान्त पुल्लिङ्ग शब्दः प्रथम बहुवचनं अनसूयन्तः एतदपि तकारान्त पुल्लिङ्ग शब्दः प्रथम बहुवचनं मुच्यन्ते मुच् धातुः प्रथम पुरुष बहुवचनं ते अपि तत्शब्दः तकारान्त तत्शब्दः पुल्लिङ्गं बहुवचनं अपि अव्ययं कर्मभिः नकारान्त कर्मन् शब्दः तृतीय बहुवचनं पदार्थः ये मानवाः ये मनुष्याः नित्यं सततम् अत्र सततम् अपि नपुंसकलिङ्ग शब्दः भवति वा अत्र अव्ययं भवति वा
अव्ययं
सततम् अव्ययं भवति सततं मे मम
नपुंसकलिङ्गे अपि अस्ति नित्यं
नित्यं नपुंसकलिङ्गे अस्ति सततम् अव्ययं भवति वा अस्तु मे मम इदम् एतत् मतम् अभिप्रायम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति आचरन्ति अनसूयन्तः असूयारहिताः श्रद्धावन्तः श्रद्धालवः ते अपि कर्मभिः श्रूयते वा मन्ये
श्रूयते पठतु भगिनि
कर्मभिः कर्मबन्धनात् मुच्यन्ते मुक्ताः भवन्ति अन्वयः ये मानवाः मे इदं मतं नित्यम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति अनसूयन्तः श्रद्धावन्तः तेऽपि कर्मभिः मुच्यन्ते आकाङ्क्षा अनुतिष्ठन्ति के अनुतिष्ठन्ति मानवाः अनुतिष्ठन्ति मानवाः किम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति मानवाः मतम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति मानवाः किं मतम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति मानवाः इदं मतम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति मानवाः कस्य इदं मतम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति मानवाः मे इदं मतम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति मानवाः मे इदं मतं कदा अनुतिष्ठन्ति मानवाः मे इदं मतं नित्यम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति ये मानवाः मे इदं मतं नित्यम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति ते कीदृशाः भवन्ति ये मानवाः मे इदं मतं नित्यम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति ते मुच्यन्ते ये मानवाः मे इदं मतं नित्यम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति कीदृशाः ते मुच्यन्ते ये मानवाः मे इदं मतं नित्यम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति श्रद्धावन्तः ते मुच्यन्ते ये मानवाः मे इदं मतं नित्यम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति श्रद्धावन्तः पुनश्च कीदृशाः ते मुच्यन्ते ये मानवाः मे इदं मतं नित्यम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति श्रद्धावन्तः अनसूयन्तः ते मुच्यन्ते ये मानवाः मे इदं मतं नित्यम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति श्रद्धावन्तः अनसूयन्तः ते कैः मुच्यन्ते ये मानवाः मे इदं मतं नित्यम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति श्रद्धावन्तः अनसूयन्तः ते कर्मभिः मुच्यन्ते तात्पर्यं ये मानवाः मदभिप्रायानुगुणं विना असूयां श्रद्धया च व्यवहरन्ति ते मानवाः सर्वकर्मभिः मुक्ताः भवन्ति व्याकरणं सन्धिः श्रद्धावन्तो न सूयन्तः श्रद्धावन्तः योग अनुसूयन्तः विसर्गसन्धिः सकारः रेफः उकारः गुणः पूर्वरूपं च अनुसूयन्तो मुच्यन्ते अनुसूयन्तः योग मुच्यन्ते विसर्गसन्धिः सकारः रेफः उकारः गुणः पूर्वरूपसन्धिः तेपि ते योग अपि पूर्वरूपसन्धिः कृदन्तः असूयन्तः असू योग शत्रु कर्तरि श्रद्धावन्तः श्रद्धा योग मतुप् श्रद्धा येषु वा अस्ति श्रद्धावान् अस्तु येषु वा अस्ति इति श्रद्धावन्तः
बहुवचने श्रद्धावन्तः
श्रद्धावन्तः अस्तु
अस्तु सो अत्र क्रियापदं किम्
मुच्यन्ते
मुच्यन्ते द्वितीयमपि अस्ति वा
अनुतिष्ठन्ति
अनुतिष्ठन्ति अत्र अत्र कर्तृपदं किम्
अनुतिष्ठन्ति इत्यस्य मानवाः
मानवाः
मुच्यन्ते इत्यस्यापि मानवाः एव भवन्ति ते भवितुं
ये मानवाः तिष्ठन्ति नित्यं ते कर्मभिः मुच्यन्ते सो कीदृशाः मानवाः
श्रद्धावन्तः अनुसूयन्तः
श्रद्धावन्तः अनुसूयन्तः
मानवाः कर्मभिः मुच्यन्ते
कदा अनुतिष्ठन्ति नित्यम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति श्रद्धावन्तः अनुसूयन्तः मानवाः नित्यं मे मतम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति ते मुच्यन्ते
कर्मभिः मुच्यन्ते
इत्युक्ते मुक्ताः भवन्ति सो
मोक्षं प्राप्नुवन्ति
सो हियर् नित्यम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति मे इदं मतं ये मानवाः अनुतिष्ठन्ति नित्यं ते कर्मभिः मुच्यन्ते सो those who follow my matam here means the things that have been told in the previous shlokas, like do the karmas without any attachment, without any desire, without vigatajvaraha, following all these. So he who follows that and he who realizes that Atma is not the one doing the karmas, it is the Sharira. So Atma is different from Sharira. He who realizes that what all has been told so far, that is the matam. So here, he who follows my matam every single day, nityam, shraddhavantaha anusuyantaha manavaha, he who follows this, they definitely will be relieved or will attain moksha through the karmas that they do only. So it need not be that we think that as long as we are performing the karmas, how will the detachment or how will one attain moksha? That is a big question that we all have, because as long as we are doing karmas, we accrue papam and punyam. So once we accrue papam and punyam, then what happens? We have to again come back to experience or relieve ourselves of that papam or punyam, both. But when can one attain moksha? If they continue doing the karmas, even while doing the karmas, if we follow these this paddhati that has been told by the Paramatma, then one can attain moksha through the karmas that they do itself. Okay, because not everybody can be on the jnana marga. So through the karma margam also we can attain moksha in this way, by performing our karmas in this way, by performing our duties in this way. So this also will be considered by following all these rules. If we do our karmas, that is also equivalent to the jnana marga. So we need not be in the jnana marga completely. Even through the karma marga, we can attain moksha by following the matam of the Paramatma. And Shraddhavantaha. Here Shraddhavantaha will have, the Shraddhavantaha means he who follows the philosophy taught, the matam taught here with all the commitment. So not half-half. Today I am doing, tomorrow I am not doing. It is not like that. Completely we have to follow that with Shraddha. Such people are known as Shraddhavantaha. Such people, if they follow this Paramatma's teachings every single day, then they will attain through the same karmas, they will attain moksha. And Anasuyantaha. Anasuyantaha. So Anasuyantaha is sometimes people will blame, the Paramatma, like Duryodhana, who are all those people? Shishupala, like this Ravana, all these people, right? They are constantly finding fault with the Paramatma. So, not being that. So, we have to understand. So, many times it need not be as bad as Duryodhana or Ravana or Shishupala. Sometimes even good people might have a little doubt, like Balarama. Balarama also is said to have, he loves his brother very much dearly, Lord Krishna, but in some cases he has a little doubt whether what Krishna is doing, because unable to understand what he is doing, the intention, the big picture of Krishna's intentions, unable to understand. In some cases he also doubted Krishna. So without having such kind of doubts, we need to have complete faith, whatever it is. I also said that in the earlier classes, even while learning also, we need to have that complete faith. Okay, if something we did not understand here, we have to just move forward, hoping that we will find the solution soon. But many times what happens is, the minute somebody has a question or a doubt, they will stop there. They will stop there, and slowly they will get out of that path because they are not able to continue further. But we should have that blind faith. Blind faith, not everywhere or anywhere, but once we understand that what is the correct path, when we enter that path, still there will be so many questions, so many doubts, so many sandehas will be there. But we have to go forward with the belief that we will find a answer to it, which will explain comfortably. Like even in God, sometimes many people have these doubts. Why is this happening only to me? I have done so many things correctly. I have shown bhakti. I did this, I did that. But why are these difficulties only coming to me? Why is God treating me unfairly? See, that unfairly, that thing should not come. That thing should never come. We should never feel that we are being treated unfairly, because we because difficulties will be there. We might not have done anything really bad to anybody. We must be following the right path only, but still difficulties will come. So we should have complete faith. We should not think, I have done everything correctly, but these difficulties are there, so God is treating me unfairly. That should not be there. Then we will come under these anasuyantaha. So we have to be Shraddhavantaha only. We should have that faith. We should keep doing the right thing. Why? Because there are so many lives. There are so many past lives. We don't know what we might have done there in those past lives that are resulting in the difficulties in this life. Right? This life, we might have led it perfectly without doing anything bad, which is good. But there is these sanchita karmas, they say. There are things that we have done in the past lives which are still lingering, which still come back to us. Because of that, maybe we are facing these difficulties. So we have to always look at difficulties as, okay, I got this opportunity to clear my bad karmas. So if we are suffering because of any kind of thing, a disease or a financial problem or a relationship problem, anything, okay, we are undergoing this. It is good that we got this opportunity now while we still have some strength left to deal with it. So by dealing with it, we are getting rid of some karma, whatever we have accrued in the past lives. We don't know what we did in the past lives, but whatever good or bad, we are not asking the same question when everything is going fine, right? When everything is going beautifully, oh, I am so great, that is why everything good is happening to me, which is fine, because you are great, because we have done something good in the past. That is why we are getting these blessings and we are leading a good life. But when difficulty comes also, we should take it that also in the same way. Okay, we might have done something bad in the past, something wrong in the past. That is why we are getting this opportunity to wash off that papam. So in that way, if we think, we will also gain the strength to overcome that difficulty. So only what we have to pray to the God in times of difficulty is, give me the strength to go through this, because I have to go through this. There is no way I can escape. If not now, some other time it will come back. So many people also do these pujas when in times of difficulty to overcome that difficulty. That also I have heard from several discourses. So God will give you, when you do these pujas or yagas or whatever, to find relief from the difficulties that you are in. So you will get a temporary relief, but it is only temporary. We should not think that it is completely gone. It is like a small kid. Okay, he has a punishment. He did not do his homework. So we are giving him punishment. No TV for today. Okay, so then he will come and start pleading, pleading, pleading. So he will be asking, no, 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 I want to see at least for half an hour, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. He will be bargaining until you are vexed. So you will say, okay, go and see for 10 minutes. But this 10 minutes I will cut from your tomorrow's TV time. So today he will go and happily watch TV for that 10 minutes. But he should remember that that 10 minutes will be cut from tomorrow's TV time. If the parent is really disciplined, and if they are doing the discipline in the right way, they have to cut that 10 minutes in the next day. If they do not, then what happens? The child will take it easy because he doesn't see the negative effect of his actions, of his bad actions. So he will continue doing that. So constantly, we also have to remember that whatever wrong things we do, there will be a negative consequence. Even if it is not immediate, it will come someday. It will come someday. In the case of the child, if we are not restricting, then it will show obviously in his studies. So every day we are not cutting the TV time, we are not disciplining him for his wrong actions. Then what happens? He will continue doing the same thing, and somewhere forward in his life, he will face that the result of that. So why was the punishment given? Say, for example, he was eating too much of sugar candy. Say, for example, he was allowed to eat only one biscuit. He ate 10 biscuits. So for that reason, you gave a punishment, no TV for half an hour. But then he bargained. You finally gave in. You said, okay, go ahead, watch TV. 10 minutes. But tomorrow I will cut that 10 minutes. But say, for example, we did not cut that 10 minutes. Tomorrow also he bargained. So we never were able to give him that punishment or make him go through that punishment. Then what happens? He will understand that if he keeps bargaining, he will get his way. He will continue eating. We are unable to control that also. So then what will happen? Immediate effect, nothing will be there. 1 year later, 2 years later, all the teeth will be gone. Even further, diabetes will be there, and other, health issues will be there, isn't it? Unless he changes his way and that realization comes, there is a very good possibility for him to end up with some bad health issues. Similarly, for us also, we cannot postpone. Whenever a difficulty comes, it is better we deal with it right now in our full capacity, and praying God to give us the strength to go through it, because not always we will be equipped with good mental or physical strength. So the only thing we can ask is, please give me the strength to go through these difficult times. That's all. If we postpone it by doing some puja, asking God, please, 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 can you just put away this difficulty for me? He will put it away, but only temporarily. Either in this life or in the next life, it will come back again, because there is no lenient parent. It is all programmed in the system. So that will come back to us. If as parents we are being lenient and letting go, but the system is designed in such a way that we cannot let it go. So temporarily we might have some relief, but it will always come back. And when it comes back, we don't know in what position we will be, whether we will be able to take that at that point of time. We might be weak, we might be old, we might be financially even more, not stable. So we don't know. If we think right now I am stable, I have the energy to put up with this difficulty, just go ahead, deal with it and get it done with. Then later on, we don't have to worry that it will come back in another form. So that is the best way to go about it. So here also, so having complete faith. So why that difficulty came to us in the first place, we should not blame the God. we should always, think it as our own deeds, and the Paramatma is never against anybody. We only get what for what we did, whether good or bad. So we should have that complete faith in the Paramatma. We should never think that he is treating us unfairly, or we are being treated unfairly. Such things should not be there. If they are there, we come under this asuyantaha. We have to be anasuyantaha. Means we should not think like that about the Paramatma. Such people, following his principles every day, will be freed with the same karmas that we do. So that is the meaning of the shloka here. And here we have asuyantaha. Asu is the dhatu and shatrantaha. So asuyan and bahuvachanam asuyantaha. Shraddhavantaha, shraddha and matup. Okay. So any questions in this shloka? So however, I am understanding these shlokas and how, based on my experiences and from whatever little knowledge I have gained through listening through, certain pravachanas, I am only sharing here. So this is just my opinion. So if there are anything that is wrongly interpreted, please do pardon me. And most of you are elder to me, so you also can feel free to correct me if I am incorrect in any place. If you have your own thoughts about something, you can also share that. Okay. So next shloka, who would like to read? Allirani Bhagini. Allirani Bhagini, patitum ichchati va?
आमानि एत्वे तदभ्यसूयन्तः नानुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतं सर्वज्ञानविमूढांस्तान् विद्धि नस्तानचेतसः विमूढांस्तान् विद्धि नस्तानचेतसः ये तु
Anantaram etat.
एतत् अभ्यसूयन्तः न अनुतिष्ठन्ति मे मतं सर्वज्ञान विमूढाः तान् विद्धि नष्टान् अचेतसः
सर्वज्ञान विमूढान्
ज्ञानविमूढान् तान् ये तत्सप्तश प्रथम विभक्ति बहुवचनं
यद् शब्दः पुंलिङ्ग
पुल्लिङ्ग प्रथमाविभक्ति एकवचनं बहुवचनं तु అనేది అవ్యయవచనం
అవ్యయం
तु एतत् కదా एतत्
दकारान्त
नपुंसकलिङ्ग प्रथमाविभक्ति एकवचनं अभ्यसूयन्तः.
All the Napumsakalinga Shabdas, you just, after we analyze the shloka, it will be easy to determine they are in Prathama Vibhakti or Dvitiya Vibhakti. All that we came to shlokas are Dvitiya Vibhakti only.
Okay. अभ्यसूयन्तः नकारान्त पुल्लिङ्ग प्रथमाविभक्ति बहुवचनं न अव्ययम् अनुतिष्ठन्ति अनु उपसर्ग स्थाधातु प्रथमपुरुष बहुवचनं लट्लकार प्रथमपुरुष बहुवचनं मे अस्मत् शब्दः पुल्लिङ्गः षष्ठी विभक्ति एकवचनं मतं अकारान्त पुल्लिङ्ग प्रथमाविभक्ति एकवचनं
पुंसकं
नपुंसकलिङ्ग एकवचनं सर्वज्ञानविमूढान् नकार तकारान्त
अकार अकारान्त पुंलिङ्ग द्वितीया बहुवचनं
अकारान्त पुल्लिङ्ग द्वितीया बहुवचनं
मूढः
द्वितीया बहुवचनं
so like रामः रामान् मूढः मूढान्
मूढान् कारान्त पुल्लिङ्ग द्वितीया विभक्ति बहुवचनं तान् तत्शब्दः द्वितीय पुल्लिङ्ग द्वितीया विभक्ति बहुवचनं तान् विद्धि विद्धि लोट्लकार द्वितीय मध्यम पुरुष एकवचनं
विद् धातोः
इति धातु नष्टान् नष्टान् अकारान्त नपुंसकलिङ्ग द्वितीय विभक्ति बहुवचनं चेतसः सकारान्त चेतस् शब्दः षष्ठी विभक्ति एकवचनं
प्रथमा विभक्ति बहुवचनं
चेतसः प्रथमा विभक्ति
ante there is the chetas shabda even in shashti it is there but here it is used prathama bahuvachanam
प्रथमा बहुवचनं चेतः चेतो चेतसः चेतसो चेतसः बहुवचनं ये तु पदार्थः ये मनुष्याः अभ्यसूयन्तः असूयाविष्टाः सन्तः मे मम एतन्मतं इदम् इष्टं न अनुतिष्ठन्ति न पालयन्ति सर्वज्ञानविमूढान् सकलज्ञानशून्यान् अचेतसः अविवेकिनः तान् मानवान् नष्टान् नाशं गतान् विद्धि जानीहि ये तु अन्वयः ये तु अभ्यसूयन्तः मे एतत् मतं न अनुतिष्ठन्ति सर्वज्ञानविमूढान् अचेतसः तान् नष्टान् विद्धि आकाङ्क्षाक्रमः न अनुतिष्ठन्ति केन अनुतिष्ठन्ति अभ्यसूयन्तः अनुतिष्ठन्ति अभ्यसूयन्तः किं न अनुतिष्ठन्ति अभ्यसूयन्तः मतं न अनुतिष्ठन्ति अभ्यसूयन्तः किं मतं न अनुतिष्ठन्ति अभ्यसूयन्तः एतत् मतं न अनुतिष्ठन्ति अभ्यसूयन्तः कस्य एतत् मतं न अनुतिष्ठन्ति अभ्यसूयन्तः मे एतत् मतं न अनुतिष्ठन्ति ये अभ्यसूयन्तः मे एतत् मतं न अनुतिष्ठन्ति ते कीदृशाः ये अभ्यसूयन्तः मे एतत् मतं न अनुतिष्ठन्ति तान् विद्धि ये अभ्यसूयन्तः मे एतत् मतं न अनुतिष्ठन्ति तान् कीदृशान् विद्धि ये अभ्यसूयन्तः एतत् मतं न अनुतिष्ठन्ति तान् नष्टान् विद्धि ये अभ्यसूयन्तः मे एतत् मतं न अनुतिष्ठन्ति कीदृशान् तान् नष्टान् विद्धि ये अभ्यसूयन्तः मे एतत् मतं न अनुतिष्ठन्ति सर्वज्ञानविमूढान् तान् नष्टान् विद्धि ये अभ्यसूयन्तः मे एतत् मतं न अनुतिष्ठन्ति सर्वज्ञानविमूढान् पुनश्च कीदृशान् तान् नष्टान् विद्धि ये अभ्यसूयन्तः मे एतत् मतं न अनुतिष्ठन्ति सर्वज्ञानविमूढान् अचेतसः तान् नष्टान् विद्धि तात्पर्यम् ये मानवाः असूयाविष्टाः सन्तः मम अभिप्रायानुगुणं न अनुसरन्ति तान् सर्वान् अविवेकिनः सकलज्ञानशून्यान् च मृतानेव जानीहि व्याकरणं सन्धिः ते तदभ्यसूयन्तः तु एतत् अनुसन्धिः तु एतत् अभ्यसूयन्तः एतदभ्यसूयन्तः जस्टु सन्धिः अभ्यसूयन्तो न अभ्यसूयन्तः न विसर्ग संकार रेफ उकार गुणसन्धिः नानुतिष्ठन्ति न अनुतिष्ठन्ति स्वर्णदीर्घसन्धिः सर्वज्ञानविमूढान् प्लस तान् ऋत्वम् अनुस्वारागमं विसर्गः सत्वं च समासः सर्वज्ञानविमूढान् सर्वाणि ज्ञानानि सर्वज्ञानानि कर्मधारयः सर्वज्ञानेषु विमूढाः तान् सप्तमी तत्पुरुषः अचेतसः नास्ति चेतः येषान्ते कृतन्तः अभ्यसूयन्तः अभि उपसर्गः अस् धातुः शत्रुप्रत्ययः नष्टान् नष्ट धातुः क्ता प्रत्ययं कर्तरि तान्
अत्र असू एव अस् धातु न असू
अस्तु सारि
अस्तु
असु धातुः
so here what are the kriya padani
अनुतिष्ठन्ति
and second one
अनुतिष्ठन्ति
dvitiyam
द्वितीयं विद्धि
okay here anutishtanti ye anutishtanti ye na anutishtanti ye
अभ्यसूयन्तः न अनुतिष्ठन्ति
ye abhyasuyantah na anutishtanti
अनुतिष्ठन्ति
मे matam ye abhyasuyantah me matam na anutishtanti तान्
सर्वज्ञानविमूढान्
तान् सर्वज्ञानविमूढान् तान् नष्टान् अचेतसः विद्धि tvam viddhi means the meaning of this shloka is those who do not follow my matam we have to know them as sarvajnana vimudhan okay you understand or you understand them as those who are sarvajnana vimudhan means they do not have any kind of jnanam sarvajnana vimudhan
ज्ञानशून्यान्
yes who do not have any kind of jnanam means they do not know how to understand any kind of happening what is happening who is doing the karmas what is the karma or any kind of thing any kind of understanding of the tattvam they do not have so those who do not follow my matam we have to or you understand them as sarvajnana vimudhantan nashtan achetasah iti viddhi tvam viddhi okay so here yeah so here achetasah nashtan achetasah tvam viddhi you understand them as those who are completely ignorant nashtan viddhi so nashtan is who are following in the wrong path basically they are being deprived of the path of the moksha because of their ajnanam and because of the ajnanam they are not able to follow the matam of the paramatma so here two kriya padani are there anutishtanti ye na anutishtanti so those people who do not follow mama matam me matam so ye me matam na anutishtanti tan sarvajnana vimudhan tan viddhi you understand them as completely ignorant people jnanavan api sorry so here ye tu abhyasuyantah me etat matam na anutishtanti sarvajnana vimudhan achetasah tan nashtan viddhi okay so here we have in the samasa sarvajnana vimudhan sarvani jnanani sarvajnanani karmadharaya visheshana purvapada karmadharaya sarvajnaneshu vimudhaah saptami tatpurusha so they are confused or totally out of the sarvajnanam they do not have any kind of jnanam achetasah nasti chetah yesham te bahuvrihi abhyasuyantah abhi asu shatranta and then nashtan nash dhatoh kta pratyayam tan dvitiya vibhakti Okay. So any questions in this shloka? It is repetitive only. What is being said is repetitive. Who he follows my path will be freed from the karma bandham, and those who do not follow, let them be in that state. Do not pull them out of that comfort zone that they are in right now, though they do not realize the truth as of now. And those who don't have any kind of jnanam, they are also unable to reach the moksha path. So we have to, or the Tattvavit has to understand that you know that such people, those who are not following my matam, they are sarvajnana vimodhaha and will be at loss. Jnana shunyan. So they don't have any kind of knowledge, not even the people, not even like the people who are akritsnavit. Akritsnavit do not have the complete knowledge, but they do have some knowledge. But these people, they do not have any kind of knowledge of the Paramatma and Paramatma Tattvam. So it is the duty of the Tattvavit to identify such people. So that is why it is being told here. So those who do not follow any kind of matam, not even a little bit of any kind of jnanam, those who do not have. So they are simply living or using their sharira only to satisfy their indriyas, only to satisfy their indriyas. A little bit satisfying the indriyas and a little bit on the Paramatma path, that is at least somewhere they are going. They are trying to overcome that indriyas, the control of the indriyas. While the abhyasa is going on, sometimes we keep giving in to the indriyas, even while abhyasam is going on. That is fine. At least they know where they are going. They are on their path. But some people who do not know this matam at all, they completely are living only to satisfy the indriyas. Not even a little bit of knowledge is there for them about the tattva. So that is what this shloka says. So there is a matam. We spoke about it earlier also. Charuvakulu. So that is how they lead their life. They charuvak means beautiful speech. Means what they tell is, what their matam says is, there is only one life. Live it to the fullest. Enjoy. There is no previous life. There is no future birth. There is no punyam. There is no papam. There is only one life. You just live it. So all those people who follow that matam live only to gratify their senses, only to please their indriyas. There is only one life, so they will enjoy it completely without any kind of conscious thinking. So such people, we can consider them who come under this category. But there is a matam actually. They are preached like that, so they follow that. It is easy to follow that matam. Why? Because no kind of constraint need to be practiced. We need not do any kind of abhyasa to put our senses in control. So it will, for some people, they choose that path because they still believe, okay, this is also preached by some leader, right? By some swami or whoever, that leader of that matam. So they feel that even that is a way to go. So it puts them at comfort, because if you know that you are not supposed to do something and you are doing, that guilt will always be there. I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm still doing, I'm unable to control myself. That guilt is there. They are not able to enjoy completely. But if they pick that path, okay, in this path, this is how it should be. So I am doing the right thing. So they don't have to feel bad about doing also. So that is the Charvak Matam. They say there is only one life and enjoy it. No restrictions whatsoever. So, we can think of such people as who do not have any knowledge of what the Paramatma is preaching, or the Paramatma Matam is. So they will follow that path only. They are known as Sarvajnana Vimodhaha, and they undergo this. Their life will be at a loss because they are not using their life to progress in the spiritual path. So they will be stuck in that birth and life cycle. Okay. So here, yeah. So any questions in this shloka? Okay, so next shloka, Lakshmi Narayan Mahodaya, would you like to read? Lakshmi Narayan Mahodaya or Murthy Mahodaya? Murthy Mahodaya, patitum ichchati va? Okay. So Alivelu Bhagini, bhavati eva pattu.
आं भगिनि सदृशं चेष्टते स्वस्याः प्रकृतिर्ज्ञानवानपि प्रकृतिं यान्ति भूतानि निग्रहः किं करिष्यति सदृशं पदच्छेदः सदृशम् अकारान्त नपुंसकलिङ्ग प्रथमा एकवचनं चेष्टते अकारान्त पुंलिङ्ग नपुंसकलिङ्ग सप्तमी एकवचनं स्वस्याः अकारान्त
ఏదన్నారు మీరు సప్తమి విభక్తి?
చేష్టతే సప్తమి ఏకవచనం అకారాంత నపుంసకలింగం.
అది కాదు, అది క్రియాపదం. ఇట్ ఈస్ లట్లకార ప్రథమ పురుష ఏకవచనం ఆత్మనేపది.
ఓకే, క్రియాపదం
చేష్ట ధాతు.
చేష్టతే. ఓకే, ఆత్మనేపది. స్వస్యాః అకారాంత పుంలింగ ప్రథమ బహువచనం ప్రకృతేః.
Actually, it is Strilinga Shabdam, Shashti Ekavachanam, Swasyaha, Swashabdasya Shashti Ekavachanam.
స్త్రీలింగం ఏకవచనం. స్వస్యాః
అన్నట్టు వస్తుంది.
ప్రకృతేః ప్రకృతి ఇకారాంత షష్ఠి ఏకవచనం
స్త్రీలింగం.
ఇకారాంత స్త్రీలింగం. స్త్రీలింగమా? ఇకారాంత స్త్రీలింగం షష్ఠి ఏకవచనం. జ్ఞానవాన్ జ్ఞానవాన్ జ్ఞానవత్ తకారాంత పుంలింగ ప్రథమ ఏకవచనం. అపి అవ్యయం అపి అవ్యయం. ప్రకృతిం ప్రకృతిం అకారాంత పుంలింగ ప్రకృతి ఇకారాంత
స్త్రీలింగ.
ఇకారాంత పుంలింగ
స్త్రీలింగం
ద్వితీయ ఏకవచనం.
స్త్రీలింగం ద్వితీయ విభక్తి ఏకవచనం. స్త్రీలింగం ప్రకృతి ఇకారాంత స్త్రీలింగ ద్వితీయ ఏకవచనం.
స్త్రీలింగ ద్వితీయ ఏకవచనం. యాంతి యాంతి క్రియాపదం. బ్రహ్మపురుష బహువచనం లట్లకారం. యాన్న
యా ధాతు.
యా ధాతు. ఓకే, యా ధాతు. భూతాని భూతాని ప్రథమపురుష బహువచనం ప్రథమా విభక్తి బహువచనం. అకారాంత పుంలింగ ప్రథమా విభక్తి బహువచనం. నిగ్రహః నిగ్రహః నిషేధః. నిగ్రహః ప్రథమ అకారాంత పుంలింగ ప్రథమ ఏకవచనం.
భూతాని
భూత భూత శబ్ద అకారాంత
నపుంసకలింగ శబ్దः
నపుంసకలింగం ఏవ.
నపుంసకలింగమా?
భూతాని అని ఉంది కదా, అక్కడే తెలిసిపోతుంది మనకి భూతాని. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ అ నపుంసకలింగ శబ్ద. భూత అకారాంత నపుంసకలింగ ప్రథమ బహువచనం.
నిగ్రహ అకారాంత పుంలింగ ప్రథమ ఏకవచనం. కిం సర్వనామ ద్వితీయ ఏకవచనం. కిం కరిష్యతి కరిష్యతి. క్రూధాతుః లుట్లకారం లుట్లకారం ప్రథమ పురుష ఏకవచనం. పదార్థః జ్ఞానవాన్ అపి జ్ఞానసంపన్నః అపి ప్రకృతేః స్వభావస్య सदृशम् अनुरूपं चेष्टते कुरुते भूतानि प्राणिनः प्रकृतिं स्वभावं यान्ति उपगच्छन्ति निग्रहः निषेधः किं करिष्यति किं वा विधास्यति अन्वयः ज्ञानवान् अपि प्रकृतेः सदृशं चेष्टते भूतानि प्रकृतिं यान्ति निग्रहः किं करिष्यति आकांक्षा चेष्टते कीदृशं चेष्टते सदृशं चेष्टते कस्याः सदृशं चेष्टते प्रकृतेः सदृशं चेष्टते कीदृश्याः प्रकृतेः सदृशं चेष्टते स्वस्याः प्रकृतेः सदृशं चेष्टते कः प्रकृतेः सदृशं चेष्टते ज्ञानवान् अपि प्रकृतेः सदृशं चेष्टते यान्ति कां यान्ति प्रकृतिं यान्ति कानि प्रकृतिं यान्ति भूतानि प्रकृतिं यान्ति किं करिष्यति कः किं करिष्यति निग्रहः किं करिष्यति तात्पर्यम् ज्ञानवन्तोऽपि जन्मान्तरीयकर्मसंस्कारस्य अनुगुणमेव अस्मिन् जन्मनि प्रवर्तन्ते किं पुनः मूर्खाः तस्मात् सर्वेऽपि मन्दाः स्वभावमेव अनुसरन्ति न तेषां निग्रहः कथञ्चिदपि कर्तुं शक्यते
कथञ्चिदपि
कथञ्चिदपि कर्तुं शक्यते व्याकरणं सन्धिः प्रकृते ज्ञानवान् अपि प्रकृतेः प्लस् ज्ञानवान् अपि विसर्गसन्धिः रेफः तदितान्तः ज्ञानवान् ज्ञान मतुप् ज्ञानम् अस्य अस्मिन् वा अस्ति धन्यवाद भगिनी
धन्यवादः सो अत्र क्रियापदानि कानि
चेष्टते करिष्यति
यान्ति
यान्ति यान्ति चेष्टते करिष्यति यान्ति
सो कः चेष्टते ज्ञानवान् चेष्टते सो ज्ञानवान् कर्तृपदम् ज्ञानवान् कथं चेष्टते सो स्वस्याः प्रकृतेः सदृशं चेष्टते सो प्रकृतेः सदृशं चेष्टते so he behaves even the jnanavan will behave like his prakriti by the prakriti what his nature is like that only even the jnanavan will behave so here what exactly this means is whatever samskaras he has naturally he will act upon that only naturally he will act upon the samskaras of the natural samskaras that he has so bhutani prakritim yanti so all the living beings also follow their natural tendency to perform whatever they can so kim nigrahah karishyati so nigrahah kim karishyati so why to control so or they cannot be controlled so whatever is the natural course of a particular being that will go that will only as per those natural instincts only the bhutani will go so how can we control kim nigrahah karishyati so which means that it is not possible to change that course so one a jnanavan has to realize himself so here what it means is everybody will the samskaras how do the samskaras of a person is decided based on the vidya the karmas and the purva prajna all these together the samskaras in this life for us see everybody is born and but they develop into a particular unique personality how is that possible because of the vidya and vidya need not be only what they have received in this life it can be even from the purva janmas and whatever karmas they have done in the purva janmas and whatever prajna they had knowledge they had from the purva janmas all these together will drive and shape his life in this life in this birth so a jnanavan duty is to analyze our own samskaras see which ones are on the right path see which ones are a little away from the right path recognize that and we have to also tune them to come on to the right path say for example we are doing everything as per the dharma marga, but we have an attachment towards certain things. So now with this knowledge, whatever Paramatma has taught us, with that knowledge, we have to recognize where such changes need to be made, where that attachments should be, should be taken into consideration, and we have to practice doing those karmas without attachment, because we are still not perfect. But at least now we are able to understand how we have to be to be on the path of moksha. So whatever is needed, only a jnanavan can practice, through practice can change his samskaras for the betterment. Because naturally all the bhutani, all the living beings will follow their prakriti, their natural samskaras. So it is difficult to restrict them. Only they themselves have to, nobody can force anything. Nobody can force anything onto any living being. Only that Jnanavan himself. So say for example, we have some animals. So they also behave as per their samskaras. But can we change them beyond a certain point? A little training can be given with their behavioral things. But can we change the natural prakriti of that creature? We cannot, because it is its natural thing, and it does not have the power of thinking. So we cannot change that. So only the Manushya Janma has that opportunity where we can analyze our doings and accordingly change to be on the right path. So that is why Jnanavan Cheshtate. So he also, even Jnanavan follows his Prakriti. That is what is given, but the meaning of this shloka, the ultimate meaning is even the Jnanavan reacts as per his samskaras, but we have to use this knowledge to change our course onto the right path. We should be able to analyze and first accept our mistakes, what mistakes we are doing. We are having attachment towards certain karmas, and then we are taking pride in whatever we do, or whenever there is some mistake, we are blaming it on either the god or somebody else. So these are all the common mistakes that all people do. So we have to identify those and try to rectify, so that we also will be in the right path, and that is how we can clear our samskaras, and only then we can break this birth and life circle. So that is the meaning of this shloka here. So here we have the sandhi is the refa, visarga refa, jnanava, jnanam, matup, jnanam asya asmin va asti. So this is the tadhitanta. Okay. So any questions in this shloka? Okay. No chet shanti shlokam, Bhagini.
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः धन्यवाद भगिनी नमस्कारः सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः
सर्वेभ्यः धन्यवादः शुभरात्रि
ధన్యవాదాలు.